welcome to TC Sports. My name is Jacob Butzine alongside Aaron Klinker and Andrew Schultz. We are back, baby.
We are so back.
TC Sports is back, and I could not be more excited. So for people that don't know, we kind of took a summer hiatus. It was a long summer. I relocated kind of across the country, so I am no longer close to our friends here, but we are back. We are down and ready to go for TC Sports to give you the latest news in sports. So, you guys ready to get started?
I guess.
Aaron, come on. Get some hype going. Look, come on.
Absolutely. You know I'm always ready to talk sports.
All right. So, here's how we're going to start this week. Just as a little easy transition back into it. We're going to start with our biggest winner and our biggest loser of week 1 of college football. And kind of week 0. I mean, if you want to kind of put it that way. But we're going to try to get more content to you out quickly and just more of it. So, but first, let's start with our biggest winners and biggest losers of week 0/week 1 of college football. Andrew, start us off.
You want my biggest winner or biggest loser first?
Let's do biggest winner.
My biggest winner is going to be head coach of Duke, Mike Elko.
Ooh, interesting.
He got a big win over Clemson. Dominated. They played very... forget the word, but it's just like they didn't make any mistakes really, other than the muff punt. They were very consistent, held Clemson to basically 0 points, and just kind of owned the game from start to finish.
Absolutely. Duke pretty much owned that game. It was a weird game. I don't really not necessarily condone is the word I'm looking for, but Dabo was like, it was just a weird game. And I'm like, yes, it was a weird game, but also Duke outplayed you pretty much in every aspect. You made way too many mistakes to win that ball game. There was no reason that Clemson should have even really been in it based off of their performance. Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. That was a big winner of week 0/1 of college football. Aaron.
This is going to be kind of a stereotypical week 1, but Colorado. Just after going 1-10, 1-11, whatever it was last year, they started off pretty strong.
Yeah, everyone's definitely going to say Colorado, and I don't necessarily disagree, but I think a lot of people overlook and overhype week 1, and also the latter of people worry too much after week 1. Some of these teams haven't, Ohio State, for example, their quarterbacks have barely played in a game. So the more playing time and the more reps they get in practice, they were doing 2 quarterbacks 50-50 QB1 reps, and Andrew and I were talking, I think, a couple of days ago, QB1 reps are important. It is a rep position, and the more you get at it, the more you get better at that position. So, I think it's good that you win in week 1, but you are no way, shape, or form going to be the same team 2 months from now than what you were this week. But huge win for Colorado to beat the a team that was in the college football playoffs. So, my biggest winner of week 1 is, it has to be the Florida State Seminoles. They are I know us three kind of talked about it outside of this, and we all kind of agreed. And even at the end of last year, Andrew and I definitely said it. We were Florida State is going to be so good next year. And now we're in the next year, and they struggled in the first half, but second half was oh my gosh, it felt like the Florida State of old of they have a great offense, but man, their defense is scary. Scary. it kind of like it's given me Georgia defense from their first national championship, like was it 2 years ago? Like that's kind of what that defense somewhat reminds me of. Maybe not as much talent, but Florida State like manhandled LSU, and they're gonna manhandle. Like there was a tweet that was pretty funny. It said, "Congratulations." It was after Clemson lost, and they said, "Congratulations to Florida State for winning the ACC." And like honestly, I don't know of anyone else that will like if Florida State doesn't win every game, I will be surprised. If you guys,
They
if you,
definitely should win every game. To me, their defense felt like that mid to late 2000s, early 2010s Steelers defense in the NFL. Like
yeah,
they just hit people and they hit people hard.
yes,
Like they held nothing back.
Um, Aaron, did you want to elaborate any further on that?
I was
All
gonna
that.
elaborate, but it kind of took the wind out of my sails. I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is.
All of that to say, yeah, you guys got it.
I had something, but I'm just thinking, no.
Um. Okay. All right. Bum. So, what I was gonna look, I was gonna go through Florida State's schedule. The only ranked teams that they play are at Clemson, and then they get Duke at home. No one else is ranked. Like, there is no reason that, like, the only one I could say you could say is tough is at Florida, just because it's in the swamp. And like other than that, like Florida State should win every game. No reason they should. So, anyways, Aaron, let's start with you with the biggest loser of college football.
I was gonna pick Clemson, but it is only week one, so can't overreact too much. I actually picked Florida because I know Billy Napier's been there a couple years, and he hasn't really gotten it together yet. So we're kind of just waiting, like, hey, when's it gonna happen?
Yeah, and I think with Florida, it's hard to really like expect so much. I mean, like for example, like Michigan, like after Lloyd Carr, it just was like dumpster fire after dumpster fire, year after year, and like that's pretty much what Florida was with like McElwain, and Dan Mullen. Like Dan Mullen crushed that program. Like they made that so toxic, and like to bring that back, like Billy Napier, I think is the guy. You just have to give him time. You can't build your empire overnight. Like, it took Kirby Smart 7 or 8 years to win a Natty. Like it takes time. It took Jim Harbaugh how many times to beat Ohio State and then beat him twice in a row. Made the college football playoff. Like when you have really a lot of bad years, it sometimes it takes time. Like you can't always revert your excellence like right away. So I don't know if you.
I mean, sorry to cut you off there, Butson. I'm not saying like he should be fired or anything like that, but at some point you got to start seeing some kind of results. I'm just saying. And I get what you mean. It took a lot of, obviously, Kirby Smart, Jim Harbaugh. It took those guys a few years, more than a few years actually, to build the programs. But how long has Napier been there?
This is second year.
Wow.
Isn't it second year? I think it's the second year.
I thought it was like his third. Maybe third.
No, I swear this is second year.
Can I change my
2022. So, yeah, it's the second season.
Well, I apologize to all Florida fans. I'd like to change my biggest loser.
You said it's a second? Yeah, so again, like Dan Mullen really crushed that. And like it's a lot to take back. I think Billy Napier is the guy, but like you can't expect too much from a guy in his second year. Like now if he's in his fourth year and he's still going 6-6, like you, I would say goodbye. But like firing guys after 1 or 2 years, unless it's like a toxic locker room or like the guys don't like him, then I don't see why you would fire him.
I was under the impression that he had been there for this would be his fourth year or something. I was under that impression. So I apologize for killing me.
Yeah. So Andrew, biggest loser.
I'm gonna go South Carolina.
Ooh, interesting.
A lot of hype going into this season for South Carolina. Fans have high expectations. I mean, you're in the SEC East, so it's going to be tough no matter what because you got Georgia, you got Tennessee. But those struggles they had were the same struggles they had last season. Their offensive line probably couldn't even block me on Saturday. Rattler had no time to throw. They just looked out of sync, out of place, just kind of not all there. I was going to actually say Billy Napier for Florida as well, but I changed to South Carolina last second.
Yeah, they should have done that.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, South Carolina. I think it's tough because like North Carolina is going to be a great football team this year, and like I didn't know that until watching them. I think against South Carolina. South Carolina is going to win 9 games. I think. I mean, they're gonna beat Clemson. They're gonna beat Kentucky. They're gonna beat Vanderbilt. They're gonna beat Jacksonville State or whatever. They're gonna beat Missouri. They're probably gonna beat Mississippi State and Furman. I mean, that's already what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's already 7 wins right there, and so that means they have to beat Texas A&M at some point, Tennessee, Georgia. They have to beat some of them. So, but I do think like they needed to win that game. I think South Carolina has a better history of football than North Carolina, in my opinion. So, like, I think you could argue either way with that. But for our person that's not here, Mr. Philip Fathman, he had said that the upset from Duke, upsetting Clemson by Duke was huge. He said it shook him as Clemson is a high tier team, and it was weird for Duke to really pick off that upset. But like Duke's a veteran team, and that quarterback, man, I mean, he reminds me of Max Duggan a little bit, like the way he leads a team. I'm really excited to watch Duke this year. I hope that it's just not like a first week thing that whatever. Also, Phil said Florida State over Father Joe Burrow's team was interesting to see. He wasn't expecting it.
That's all LSU's going to be done for.
He said Florida State absolutely demolishing them was definitely not expected. And then he said Colorado beating TCU.
Brian Kelly for you.
Brian Kelly can't win the big one, right?
Notre Dame fans are laughing right now.
And then, of course, Phil said Colorado beating TCU really speaks highly of what Deion has done literally in one game. And then watching TCU lose after being in the national championship, which like everyone's like, so oh my gosh, you beat them, but it's also like it's not even really the same team. Like it's not. It's a totally
both coordinators, offensive and defense. Duggan definitely was the leader on that team. They lost their best wide receiver. They lost their running backs. And
right, exactly.
Yeah, they definitely should not. I don't think should have been ranked as high as they were, but it also shows what Colorado was capable of. They definitely got a lot of star power in Colorado, but they definitely have a big problem with their front seven, and they cannot stop the run. If TCU kept running the ball, Colorado would have lost that game. But Colorado's got a lot of star power. We'll see how they do. They'll definitely be 3-0 when they go play Oregon. But that's going to be tough.
Yeah. My biggest loser, I kind of go back and forth a little bit. Um, because you could obviously say Clemson, but also like I want to say Clemson just because of the way they lost, but also like I just really I didn't really expect them to do that great. Like Cade Klubnik, I mean, I, it's just not Clemson. I I think people are like in still the Clemson Alabama back and forth ways, and it's just not the same teams. They're not recruiting the way. I mean, they're recruiting well, but they're just not. It's just not there. And I think like I want to say Clemson, um, but I'm really gonna say Ohio State, and not because I hate them. I hate them. I mean, we all know I don't like them, but like in a very like try to make unbiased way, um, like you just didn't look good against an Indiana team. Which to credit Indiana, Indiana's defense looks so much better than in years past. But
Mhm.
it shows that like I'm not saying Marvin Harrison is bad at all. Man, dude's a dog. But like it it shows that you kind of wish he transferred to USC to be with Caleb. And like cuz like you have Kyle McCord or Devin Brown throwing to you and it's like those guys just aren't to the caliber of Justin Fields, JT Barrett, CJ Stroud. Um and I don't know, it matters who's throwing to you and a wide receiver is not relevant without a competent quarterback throwing to you. And I don't know. I think Ohio State's probably my biggest loser week one just by the way they played. And it felt like they weren't working well. So, I mean, thoughts on that?
It's always hard to play a conference game on the road week one.
For sure.
It's always tough to play a good opponent week one, especially when you're going in with a new quarterback and all that. I
Right.
don't agree with ESPN's FPI and all this prediction saying Ohio State is the best team in the country when we barely seen McCord play, and it looked like him and Harrison should be a complete one-two punch in college football because they played together in high school. They should just be right back to it. But you had the QB battle throughout the summer and the spring and the fall, and that's going to take away reps from McCord or Brown. They should have probably picked just been like, hey, McCord, you're the number one guy until proven otherwise,
Right.
instead of having a battle. And now you're getting into the season, and it's like, okay, you just took all those reps away from him. And it feels to me, at least, like a very Cade JJ situation, but not really, because it's like you don't really know who your starter is, and you're not really sure the number one guy right now. And if you aren't set going into Notre Dame and you feel confident, they're losing week 4 in South Bend. Sam Hartman will light them up. And Ohio State defense, credit to them, they are much better. But like, if your offense is not clicking going into Notre Dame, you will lose.
Yeah, and to go back to the quarterback situation with Cade and JJ, like Michigan fans wanted JJ. It was like you Andrew and I both said, like, we love Cade for everything that he did, but we know that JJ is more talented. He doesn't have the experience yet. We wanted JJ, and Harbaugh said, "All right, you two go for it. You get QB1 reps this week for this game. You get QB1 reps for this game." And like it just clearly showed who was better. And I think part of that with what happened last year with Cade like kind of dropping a little bit and looking not as great in the first couple weeks is like the previous year he was getting quarterback 1 reps and no one else was. Like, and then this year we were like, okay, so I think for him he didn't get the reps. And like JJ, and again, same thing with JJ, like he did not start out with quarterback 1 reps. This year he did. And he just looks like effortless out there. Now it was East Carolina, but like
No, but like some of the angles, he was throwing the one. Saw an angle today of the throw to Roman Wilson in the corner. That was a rope over 2 defenders on an out route. Like,
right.
that's tough to do at the NFL level, let alone the college level. Like, JJ and Caleb Williams, Drake May, I think all 3 of those you can make the argument for best quarterback in college football right now.
Yeah.
And there's arguments for all 3 of them to be the best.
Let's ask our rock chalk boy over here. How'd your boys look?
Um, so context, obviously, we all know it's Missouri State. All right, let's be real. As much as, well, Butson, you saw my Snapchat story of national championship incoming.
Yeah.
We're not there yet. Lance has got to get his own guys in there, but I think despite not having Jalen Daniels, because he was out with back tightness, which completely understandable. Because if he got hurt against Missouri State, we'd be in trouble. I thought they looked good.
For sure. Okay. I'm excited. It was great having Kansas relevant last year until then they weren't. So
It was because
injuries.
Yes.
oh, for sure. But they just weren't. So, okay, real quick, I want us to give us our projected top 4 after seeing week 1. So we'll start with Andrew. Just go like 1 this team, 2 this team, and then we'll just move to Aaron and go on.
Georgia 1, you're the national champs until proven otherwise. Michigan 2, Florida State 3, and I'm putting Alabama at 4.
So that's how you think it's going to end?
Oh, how I think it's going to end? No. How I think it's going to end is Michigan 1, Florida State 2. I'll go Tennessee 3, and we'll go Oregon 4.
Yeah. I was saying, like, after seeing week 1, how do you see it playing out based on your team?
Well, that's my projection for Final Four. Michigan, Florida State, Tennessee, Oregon.
I'm going to be a little bit different in how I order these teams, but I, for whatever reason, see FSU at number 1, Michigan at 2, Georgia at 3, because they're not going to be tested till late in the season, and then Alabama.
I just don't see 2 SEC schools in it this year just because now there's a lot more parity, and if you have Florida State's going undefeated, they're in. And I think if the Pac-12 has a one-loss champion, you can't exclude them. So that's how I see it playing out. But I can totally see Bama getting in as well.
I mean, I can't cut out Bama until I see it. That's just my thing.
Agreed.
I am gonna go Michigan 1. I mean, I've been saying this. It's natty or bust. I mean, but I truly think like Michigan returned like literally like 90% of their starters. So like it's literally just last year and everyone just got better. I mean, it's like college football 14. Like every year everyone goes up a +5 overall. It's based off of year that. But I think Florida State will be 2. I think I'm going to go Tennessee 3 as well, and Oregon 4. Georgia and Bama not making the playoffs. I just don't. I think over the past. I think losing your quarterback is tough, and Georgia and Alabama both lost their quarterbacks, and I just don't at this point see them going up to that caliber. I mean, they're going to lose once or twice. And I think Tennessee right now will have the more complete team because they at least have a quarterback that's, well, I mean, was on Michigan's team. And I know that he has a cannon, and I just think that'll be good. Oregon? Holy crap. If it's not Oregon, it's going to be Washington. I mean, for sure. Those 2 teams have the offensive power. Do they have the defensive power? Don't know. As we get going, we'll see. But, yeah, Michigan 1, Florida State 2, Tennessee 3. Oregon 4, Michigan, FSU in the Natty, Michigan taking it home.
I have Michigan, Tennessee in my Natty.
Aaron?
Well, I would say Michigan and probably Alabama.
I'd like that.
Fair. Oh, I would love to smack around Alabama. Ooh.
It would be a very physical game. Definitely.
All right, it's time. Da-na-na. NFL on TC Sports. So, the NFL is back starting on September 7th, which by the time you're seeing this will probably be after this game. But don't care. Chiefs, Lions, kicking off the 2023-2024 NFL season. I could not be more excited, except for the fact that I have Travis Kelce and Cooper Kupp on my team, fantasy team. So, been pretty rough around these parts. Was really like, oh, I have both these guys, and well, now I don't, because they're enjoying their IR time. So, let's preview week 1. So, our good friend Philip Fathman says, with the Chiefs-Lions game, he said it'll be interesting as you have the Super Bowl champion against the team that was bad last year, which, thanks, Phil, they weren't that bad. But he said made a lot of roster improvements, which is definitely true. Again, my thing with Detroit is if our safeties and secondary can be competent, like it'll be great. I'm really excited to watch that game tomorrow. The Lions offense is going to be great, and again, if Mahomes doesn't have Kelce, I mean, he'll still find a way, but that'll be that. What do you guys want to add about the NFL? What are you excited about?
New rosters, new people, new places. Just see who's really it this year and who's not. I think we have a couple good Week 1 games. Bills Jets is exciting. Obviously, I'm excited for Lions Chiefs. Lions are taking the dub, calling it out. Golf owns Mahomes. Then Bills Jets. I think Bills take that one as well. Jets are still a new team working in the kinks. They're great defensively, not denying that, but defense is a lot of reps. I don't know how much reps the Jets have at tackling and stuff, so it could be very shootout type of game, and I'm going to take the Bills on that one. But that's my exciting game. Lions are taking the dubs, though.
Aaron, what do you think?
Obviously, I'm excited for Lions and Chiefs. Thursday night kickoff is always a fun time. And I think, kind of like what you guys said with the Lions, applies to the Vikings because we all know their defense was bad. I've heard all of it. I've heard all the talk, but I'm not going to go into that. I think, honestly, as long as they don't allow 30-plus points, they'll be just fine because they have the offense to keep up with any team. Let's be real.
They went 33 and seem to be okay with that one.
That was in the script for Matt Ryan to choke again. But
So I think, or not what I think, but here's what Phil has to add. So he said the Bengals and Browns. Browns are gonna Brown. He said, I think the Bengals have to beat the Browns to start off a good season. But if the Browns beat the Bengals, I don't think they'll have the best season. But with all the preseason games, they definitely look a lot better than last year, which you kind of take preseason with a grain of salt. Phil said, Ravens are going to blow out the Texans. #next. Buccaneers and Vikings will be a close game. Both teams are very mid-tier, but will definitely make for a close game.
Well, with all due respect, I love you, my brother, but you got to do some more research.
I don't know.
With zero respect, the Vikings will win 42-3.
We're gonna somehow make it a close game.
But the only, well, I shouldn't say the only thing different, but like he's not wrong, but I think he's overestimating how good the Buccaneers are going to be this year. By overestimating how good, I mean, he says mid-tier, which he means probably like 6, 7, 8 wins. I think it's going to be a dumpster fire. I think it's going to be a dumpster fire year. After losing Tom Brady, that's a lot. That's a lot to get. The only reason the Patriots weren't a complete dumpster fire is because they have the best probably coach ever. No, I shouldn't say ever, but you know what I mean. A very legendary coach coaching them. Todd Bowles is not a legendary coach, and they're not going to be that.
I mean, he's
True.
a good defensive coordinator. Don't get me wrong, but not a good head coach.
I don't trust Baker Mayfield as much as he can't throw an interception. So
And then he says Panthers suck, Falcons win.
My brother might have some words to say about that after week 1.
Panthers are going to be good. Panthers are going to be a lot better than people think. But
I think
Bryce Young
Atlanta's gonna be
getting
better
his
than
first
people
start in
think.
the NFL, I think Atlanta takes that one due to Atlanta's defensive run game.
But I think Atlanta is gonna be a lot better too. Like I think they're gonna be pretty decent.
They'll be pushing that division for sure.
Yeah, with what, 7, 8 wins?
Saints have the easiest schedule. Saints will win that division easy.
He said Broncos are gonna fumble. Honestly, he's not feeling Broncos country. And
Let's not ride.
I mean let's
I want
not
office
ride.
Believe in Sean Payton. He's gonna turn it around. Broncos get the week 1 dub.
And then he says Bears will beat Packers because Jordan Love ain't bad. So,
well, the Bears are allergic to winning against the Packers.
Facts. The only thing I might disagree with maybe is Minnesota, Tampa Bay, but other than that, most of the things that he said was pretty okay. But
Giants upset Cowboys week 1. Calling it now.
Me and New York Giants have beef, so I could care less.
Here's my thing with this NFL season. I think this is like I almost feel like with the NFL, with how like great it was last year. Like last year was a pretty great NFL season. I just have a feeling.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling last 10 because the Lions. I just have a feeling this is like gonna be like a down year with the NFL in regards to quality talent, and here's why.
Lions Super Bowl.
I don't know. I just have this feeling like I'm more excited, and like Andrew, I was telling you the other day, like I don't have that gut feeling right now with football right now. Like I just feel like it's whatever. I think with college and NFL, it's just weird years for them. And I just feel like I shouldn't say there's not a lot of hype, but like it just feels like there's not a lot of hype. And it could be like last year was great with college football because of the talent. And then the talent left, went to the NFL, and now they're like the rookies. And I just feel like something just doesn't feel, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Tom Brady leaving and like now Matt.
Love him.
All right. Matt. I don't know. Maybe it's just we're getting to a new era of.
Here's what I'll say. So, like for college football, I definitely feel what you're feeling, where it's like kind of unhyped for the season because it's the last of a lot of things, and there's a lot of new things coming next year.
Yeah.
You get Texas and Oklahoma in the SEC. You have the Big Ten adding 4 new teams. You have Colorado going back to the Big 12. You have all this other stuff. So, like this college football season, a lot of it feels very. It's like getting a rental car. You know, like you're gonna enjoy it, but it's like it's over after a day or two. It seems like. And then for the NFL, we're in that period where all of our childhood players are, other than maybe Aaron Rodgers, are kind of gone. And then you have all these new guys that are still kind of coming into the league. And like you have your stars like your Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Lamar, Jared Goff, and those guys are starting to take over now, so we're kind of in that transition period with the NFL too. But I think I'm excited for the NFL season because the Lions are going to be good for once. So I'm excited for that.
We hope.
But I definitely feel you for college football.
We hope. I don't know, and maybe it's because like Harbaugh's is suspended, and maybe it's just like where everything is right now. Maybe it's because my baseball team is actually decent. And like I don't know, it's just weird. Don't shake your head at me.
Not making playoffs.
Reds are making the playoffs. Ellie De La Dinger is getting us to the Super Bowl.
Elliot De La swing at everything.
anyways, I don't know. Maybe just we need to get started. Maybe once I hear those words of 7 hours of commercial-free football, then I will immediately be inevitable and be excited. But right now I'm not. I shouldn't say I'm not. It's just a weird feeling. But Jets Bills, I think that's what I'm most excited about. I want to see, are the Jets all hype, which I think they are.
Yep.
I think they are.
It's the Brett Favre character arc.
But I disagree with Andrew. What Andrew's what did you say? Brett Favre effect.
It's the Brett Favre storyline. Oh,
We've seen it before. They try to throw it back in.
It's a reboot.
We always know the reboot is worse than the original reboot.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Star Wars.
I disagree with what Andrew has been saying about Chicago. And Aaron's gonna yell at me probably, but
Chicago's
Lions win the division with 12 games. Hold on.
Nah, I'm keeping
Bears.
my cool. I'm perfectly calm.
Bears are gonna win 10 games. And the Vikings are going to win 10 games. But the Vikings will beat the Bears twice. And
Bears.
Vikings will.
Bears. All right. So
am I overhyping
win 10 games?
Okay. They're going to beat. They're going to start 2-0.
No, they're not. No.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Okay.
They're going to beat the Packers and the Bucks.
They'll go 1-1. I'll give you 1-1.
Nope. They're going to beat.
All right, fine.
Okay, so
2-0.
they're going to beat the Packers and Bucks. Lose to the Chiefs.
Yep.
Okay. Broncos is a toss-up, so
So there's 9
wins. So we'll say 2-2.
Okay.
They're gonna beat the Commanders.
Nope.
Yes, they will. Yes,
No, they will not. Commanders are a lot better than you think they are.
No. Okay, so what is that? 3-2. Vikings beat them, so 3-3. They're gonna beat the Raiders. They're gonna beat the Chargers. And they're gonna beat the Saints.
No.
Dude, the Raiders in chart. Okay.
They're not beating the Chargers.
Okay, I'll give you
the Raiders.
Okay, give me the Raiders. Okay, so what is that? What is that? 4-4?
Yeah. They're not beating the Saints in New Orleans.
The Saints are bad.
They have Derek Carr, Mike Thomas is back, Chris Olave is good, and they'll have Kamara back for the game.
Derek Carr is not something to defend them with. Okay, so anyways,
Justin Fields.
Okay, so all right. So what is that?
They're 5-5 going into the
Panthers?
Lions game.
Oh, did you give them a Panthers win?
No, they're losing to the Panthers.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Bryce Young owns Justin
So
Fields.
hold on. Okay, so what did we say? They're 2-2 after the Broncos. They're gonna beat the Commanders 3-2. Vikings beat them 3-3. They're 4-4 after the Chargers. They're gonna beat the Saints 5-4. They're gonna beat the Panthers. What was that 6-4? Lions beat them 6-5. Vikings beat them 6-6. Yeah, and then the Lions. They beat the Lions in Chicago.
No.
Yes, they
no,
will. Bro, you know
no,
I like the Lions.
no,
Bro. The Bears are gonna beat them.
No.
Okay. So what is that? 7-6. 7-6. 7-6. Okay, and then they're gonna win out. They're gonna beat the Browns. They're gonna beat the Cardinals. Beat the Falcons. Beat the Packers. Their schedule is so easy. I'll give you. Okay, I will give you. He's not coming back. I will give you 9-8, but I think they go 10-7.
All I'm saying is I think the Bears still have a lot of work to do.
He said, I'm out of here. I am out of here. Bro.
Andrew, come back.
I'll give you Bears 9-8, but I think they're going to go 10-7.
Let me tell you where you're wrong.
Let me tell you why you're stupid.
They're losing to the Packers week 1. Okay? Packers defense is goated.
They are not. Dude, the Bears are literally like, let's see.
They'll beat the Bucks, for sure. Okay? They're losing to the Chiefs and the Broncos. Okay? Then they'll lose to the Commanders. The NFC East is going to be tough. They're losing to the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
They'll beat the Raiders in Chicago. They'll lose to the Chargers. They'll lose to the Saints. They'll lose to the Panthers. Then they'll lose to the Lions, the Vikings, and the Lions. Then they'll lose to the Browns. Then they'll beat Arizona. They'll lose to the Falcons.
No!
And they'll lose to the Packers.
They will not. Bro.
Andrew's drinking the Bears Gatorade right now.
No, it's the Lions Kool-Aid.
Okay. Their defense is going to be good. Their offense, like, unless, dude.
They have no D-line.
What do you mean? Yannick?
Name one player on their D-line under the age of 400.
Durbin Dexter from Florida? He's a rookie.
Yannick Ngakoue is 40 years old.
He's 28.
That's 40 in edge rusher terms.
Walker?
Walker who?
DeMarcus
Walker, Texas Rangers? We have Chuck Norris? Oh, that's the Super Bowl confirmed.
Andrew Billings?
Who?
Billings? Justin Jones?
Who?
Eddie Jackson?
Okay, he's the only player that scares me.
He's in their secondary.
Yeah, and he's old.
Noah Swell?
He's a rookie.
No, he's a little brother for a reason.
Dude, I'll give you 9 wins, but I think they win 10.
I think they go under 7.5.
I think they get like 7 or 8. They still have a lot of work.
Cody Whitehair? Come on.
Cody Whitehair? What? Is he a pirate from the 1800s?
All right. Now, here's a question for you.
Oh, boy.
Cleveland Browns. Over, under 7.5.
Over.
Over to what number?
9.
Aaron?
9, maybe 10. I think they're going to squeak out a win that they shouldn't.
So they play, just overlooking their games, they play Tennessee and Arizona. Those are 2 wins right there. Okay. Before I move on with Cleveland, Tennessee over under 5 wins.
Over.
I think Tennessee's gonna be really, really bad.
The development.
They have Mike Vrabel. He's one of the best coaches.
Yeah, but they play in the AFC, and they're not gonna. They're gonna have tough games inside their own division, let alone that conference. So, I think they win 3 games in their division, and then they'll win
the Browns
2 in the interconference games.
Browns played Titans, Colts, Rams, and Arizona.
If they don't go
They're winning 4 games right
Watson.
there. They're winning 4 games right there.
No, it's the Browns.
They play the Bears, and yeah, that's a dub.
Now, Seahawks over under 8.5.
Over.
Interesting. I don't think Seattle.
I think Seattle wins the division.
Excuse me? San Francisco 49ers exist.
Hold on.
No.
I know they exist.
No.
But you know what else their nickname is?
Choke.
The San Francisco IRs. Okay? They're always on IR.
Fair.
Okay,
I'll give you that. Yeah, that's true.
They're going to have injuries left and right because they have no strength and conditioning over there. Okay? They're going to get injuries middle of the season, and that's when Seattle sneaks in and wins that division.
Because their air is thinner.
What?
I said their air is thinner over there, so it's hard to breathe.
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, aren't they? Isn't their elevation?
No, that's Denver. You're thinking of.
No, I swear Seattle has a high.
It probably does have a higher elevation, but it's not that big of a difference.
No.
Bro, I swear. Okay, hold on. Bro, I swear. Let's do America elevation map. Bro, I swear.
Seattle.
See, bro? Look it's high.
How much higher?
I don't know.
Seattle elevation is 175 feet above sea level.
Oh.
San Francisco is 52. So it is 100 feet higher, but that's not nearly Denver.
Oh, Denver's 5,280 feet.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
but
a
either
mile-high
way,
city for a reason.
whatever.
The only thing they're a mile from
Whatever. What was I gonna say? The AFC South is gonna be absolutely horrid.
Other than Jaguars, absolutely.
Now, over under Houston Texans 5.
Under.
No, over. Over.
I say they get like
5 wins?
They're gonna get like
Bro. They play the Colts twice.
Yeah, but their quarterback is CJ Stroud.
Well, as long as they don't give them the math test, they'll be fine.
Well, he's got to count how many guys are in the box.
1, 2.
Oh, I'm sacked.
And also, Houston's O-line is really horrible.
And he sucks under pressure.
Yes. Well, they play the Saints, not the Saints, the Titans and the Colts twice. So like that's
They'll
4
split
wins.
with them. So that's 2 wins, 2 losses.
And they play Arizona once.
That's a win.
Arizona
has
is
the
going.
draft pick, so they
Arizona
have to
will lose all of their games.
I hope
Sorry,
they go
Aaron.
0-17, so I can hear
Aaron,
all
I did
this
not mean to cut you
0-16
off.
nonsense cease to exist.
Aaron, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to make it known that Arizona will not win a
you're
single
good.
game this year.
I think they
I
win
hope
it. They're gonna get. There's gonna be one that they get, and I'm betting they beat the Rams.
No, every team is on a mission to make sure they go 0-17.
Okay.
If it happens, it happens.
Yes, I can agree
I'm
with
with
them
it.
at least beating the Rams, but they will. If anything, they will win one game. They are not winning. Like they play the Giants, the Commanders, and the Cowboys to start the season. 0-3. They start Commanders, Giants, then Cowboys, then the 49ers, then the Bengals. They are not winning those games.
Hold on. I just got the NFL script for this year. What does it say? Okay, they want the Cardinals to go 0-17 and then draft Caleb Williams.
No,
Caleb Williams says, I'm staying in college.
No. Then Roger. Well, you know what? I probably shouldn't say that. Never mind.
Jacob, let's keep this episode short. Also, Jacob rambles on about the Browns and the Bears schedule.
This always happens whenever we record.
I don't know why you think the Bears are going to be good. They're terrible.
dude,
They're still
They
got
have
a lot of-
more holes than a Swiss cheese factory.
I think they get like 7 wins. They still have a lot.
Not a
to go.
chance.
You know what?
Under 5.
I'm gonna say it just to bring some toxicity. Vikings are booty cheeks.
Vikings are going to win 12 games.
No, they are not.
Yeah, they are. Lions are going to win 13.
No. All right.
Okay.
It's going to come down to the last week of the season between the Lions and Vikings
And
for the
I am
division
reading
title.
all of our group chats. I am not answering my phone at all during those 3 hours.
And then Clink after that game, no matter what happens, Rather Be will be playing.
Bro.
No, I will not be
Vikings-
talking to you guys for a week, no matter what happens.
The Vikings' best player has a girl's name.
Jets?
Danielle.
Wait, who?
Danielle Hunter.
It's Danielle Hunter.
Like, I
It's
saw your
Danielle.
story earlier, that's why I said it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but who calls Jay Jettis Jets? That is stupid.
Yeah. Jay Jettis Jets. Who said
How
that?
dare you talk about my glorious king like that?
Also, your left guard's name is Ezra. Who calls their kid Ezra?
Ezra Miller?
Parents, apparently.
God.
Ezra Bridger from Star Wars Rebels?
Now Jordan, but okay. Ivan Pace behind Jordan Hicks, dog.
I'm excited about him.
Harrison Smith, kind of old, but like,
He's milk check, okay? They're going deep on him every time.
but like,
Jamo exposed him.
can your O line hold up? Is the question.
Yes.
That's the interior line that I'm worried about.
Mike Flores will have
Ed
the Vikings
Ingram, and
defense
Ezra.
10 times better than it was last year.
Honestly, just give me like the 20th ranked defense. I'll be happy. Please. That's all I ask, okay? My blood
I've been
pressure
there.
went from here to here on Sundays last year.
But your offense didn't blow anyone out. And like I think it's gonna be different now that you can spread it around with Jordan Addison. But like
He's very fast.
and then Hawk, now that you have Hawk to start the
Nope,
season.
nope. Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
Say it.
142. No, I think Jordan Addison's gonna be good though. I'm not worried.
So yeah. All right. Wrap it up. Give me right now who you think your Super Bowl champion is preseason.
Andrew,
Aaron,
go ahead.
Aaron, you go first.
Well, part of me wants to say Vikings and like Chiefs, but that's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna say Chiefs coming out of the AFC, and then actually no, I want to change my no, I'll keep my AFC pick, and then out of the NFC, God, we are weak.
How about them boys?
What is this, Madden? I kid you guys not. The Cowboys are so OP in the Madden simulation. It's ridiculous. Anyway.
Of course they are. All right, come on. NFC. Just draw out of a hat.
I'll draw out of a Gatorade bottle.
He draws the Arizona Cardinals.
Grabs a lighter. No. What'd you even put in there?
Get it out. Okay. Just give me a Chiefs-Eagles rematch. I think the Eagles are going to be out for blood.
Aaron or Andrew?
Be realistic.
They haven't won a playoff game in 32 years.
Okay. Give your fan bias prediction and then your
all right. The NFL season is going to end the same way it starts. Lions getting a dub over the Chiefs.
Okay.
I am deadly serious.
Last year it did not end the same way it started. The Rams and Bills were not even close. Okay, well, the Bills were. The Rams were not.
The Rams did end the season how they began it. They lost. I think. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Give me the championship games are going to be.
Wow, so you get to pick the championship games and we don't?
Okay, fine. Go ahead. You guys go.
Lions over the Eagles.
Okay.
Chiefs over the Bengals.
Okay. Aaron?
It hurts me to say, but
No, it doesn't. Say it.
the Chiefs over the Bengals. Please prove me wrong. I hope that the Bengals do knock them out, though. And then give me the Eagles. Oh, God. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll be nice to Andrew. Give me the Eagles over the Lions by like a field goal because the refs are going to somehow screw them.
Not this time.
All right.
That's what you said past however many times.
AFC.
Okay, Clint. Do you want to remind you of the last time the Lions played the Vikings?
And who made the playoffs?
Who got bounced by Daniel Jones?
Who got bounced? You know what? No, I'm not going down that road.
Who didn't make it? Ha!
Who got bounced by Baker Mayfield?
Who ended Aaron Rodgers' career in the NFC North? You're welcome. Just wait till he's on your team in 2 years.
Can't take this seriously.
It's the reboot. It's the reboot.
You know what's gonna happen. He's gonna come back for that one final season. Kirk Cousins' contract is ending soon. Just in time for Aaron Rodgers.
All right. So, my NFC Championship game. The Detroit Lions versus
We
the
all know
San
Lions trains.
Francisco IR Niners. Okay? The Niners win on a last-second field goal in Detroit, stabbing the hearts of all Detroit fans everywhere.
And
If
then
that actually happens, I will hand you the rope.
Sir, yes, sir.
Can I kick the chair?
AFC Championship game will be the. Wait, what did you say?
Can I kick the chair?
The AFC Championship game will be the Cincinnati Bengals versus Broncos country. Okay?
Oh, wow.
And then the Bengals will end all of their hopes and dreams. Okay? He laughed again. Andrew, hear me out. Hear me out.
Just let the kid talk.
Hear me out. Andrew, come back. Hear me out. Come back. Come back.
Andrew, I have some more Lions Kool-Aid. No.
Okay, hear me out. Sean Payton is a legendary. Sean Payton is a legendary coach. He is going to make them amazing. Anyways,
Not the first year.
I guarantee he will.
They'll beat the Bears, but they won't win the Super Bowl.
Benched, and they're going to get a quarterback at the midway point. His name is going to be Daniel Jones. If this happens, I swear, if this happens,
Who are the Giants going to have then?
Russell Wilson.
Okay, hear me out. This is what I think happens. Denver and the Giants get together, and they're like, "Hey," Denver's like, "We don't want Russell Wilson, but I think he'd be great for your team." And then we're like, "Okay, cool." And then they swap, but then Denver gives up some picks, or not Denver. Giants give up some picks to get him as well, and then Daniel Jones rides with Broncos country all the way through. Okay, and then Jamal Williams does not, or not Jamal Williams. Yeah. Whatever. Javonte Williams, sorry. Does not tear his ACL, and he plays Broncos country, but it doesn't matter because Cincinnati ends their hopes and dreams. Cincinnati and San Francisco in the Super Bowl. Bengals lose a third time to San Francisco in the Super Bowl. San Francisco wins the Super Bowl.
You know what? You were different. I respect it.
Andrew.
So that's why I always called you special.
Listen, that's not outrageous what I said. Okay, maybe a little bit.
But
the Russell Wilson for Daniel Jones trade is about as far out there as
yeah, the Giants
Bayless arguing with himself.
Dave Gettleman anymore. So
Bayless arguing with himself. That's hilarious. Anyways, I think that's gonna happen. It's out there. Now, if all that happens, if all that happens, just give me all of your money. Your next paycheck all goes to me.
If all that happens, I will stop making jokes about your mother.
Yeah, okay.
I won't. We said keep this professional. We're definitely teetering the line here.
It's
Maybe
okay.
we cut out the last half hour.
We're good. But everyone, that just hit the hour mark. Again, my name is Jacob Butzine alongside Aaron Klinker and Andrew Schultz. This is TC Sports, playing you out of here.